In the last part, we have discussed about the appearance of a spouse by placing the planets in the seventh house as per promise. This video in English. Hindi version is already present in the playlist section, and in this video I will discuss about the zodiac signs present in the seventh house and how they can change the characteristics and appearance of your spouse. So watch till video till last so that everything should be clear, and at the end you will be able to analyze about your spouse characteristics. So this is based on the Lagna chart or the ascendant chart. I will also describe everything in the D9 chart, but for that you have to wait some times. Now, what will happen if this one is present in your seventh house in the Lagna chart? One represents Aries. It means that Aries falls in the seventh house, and one belongs to Mars. Because it is Aries and its lordship goes to Mars, if Mars is present, if one is present in the seventh house, in that case your spouse is dominant, and your spouse will be aggressiveness, stout body, and the medium whitish reddish facial color you will most of the time will find. Spouse is fickle minded, and it could sometimes lead native to do not so good deeds. So marriage life will have some ups and downs due to the nature of the energy of the Aries. So you have to very conscious about getting any proposals and must do Kundli Milan before going to the marriage. Now, what will happen if Taurus number 2 falls in the seventh house of your Lagna? The 2 belongs to Taurus and its lord is Venus, and Venus represents the natural beauty. Definitely the spouse and the wife will be beautiful, sharp and intelligent. He or she will love the materialistic life as well as the luxury and beauty products in life. So the spouse will be a very practical person and has high morals and religion, and is and sometimes coward nature also seems. Now, what will happen if the number 3 falls in the seventh house? Number 3 means Gemini, means Mercury. In that case, their sex life can be boring, can be easily fluctuate, but the spouse will be very good at communication, good speaker, and looks beautiful. The spouse will have very virtues and loves to be rich, modest, and well behaved etiquette. He or she know how to behave with the society, how to behave with the relatives. So again, fair complex comes over here if the numbers rashis and the zodiacs are not applicated in any way. Now, what will happen if number 4 falls in the seventh house? Number 4 belongs to Cancer and its lord means moon. Then emotional nature, the qualities of your spouse. Cancerian attributes, qualities of your spouse. In that case, you have to handle your spouse with emotionally attributes, and the spouse will be good natured, lucky, and good conjugal blessings oftenly seen in the life. Now, what will happen if number 5 falls in your seventh house? In that case, number 5 belongs to Leo, and Leo means sun. In that case, leadership qualities, privacy and dignity are very important in that relationship. Spouse will be fair, but if affiliated by Rahu, Ketu and Saturn, in that case whitish fair, and he or she, the native, gets in that case more daughters, and the marital life could be hampered during the dasha antardasha of the sun. So you have to be very careful at that period of time. So commanding voice is the attributes of your spouse is true. Now, what will happen if number 6 falls in your seventh house? 6 belongs to Virgo. Seventh house means Mercury. In that case, the spouse can be criticizing everyone on a small talks. The spouse no doubt will be beautiful, rich, smart, but might lack in pregnancy, might lack in the lack of children most of the time comes into the picture. So it would not be wrong to say that sexual issues may arise most of the time. Now, what will happen if 7 number means Libra falls in the seventh house. 7 Libra means Venus. Venetian qualities will comes into your spouse. The spouse definitely very intelligent, beautiful, logical, and the spouse is always but confused over the small things in life, and the beautiful nature, fair color most of the time comes here. So what will happen if number 8 comes here in your 7th house? 8 belongs to Scorpion, means Mars. In that case, your spouse will have stout nature, sometimes watery emotionally, because 8 is a watery sign, so emotional nature, and he or she will remember everything related to marriage. If there is something wrong in the marriage, if she or she will remember throughout the life and will take that revenge. So the childhood life of the spouse is very harsh, but emotional support always present by you. Now, what will happen if number 9 Sagittarius falls here? It means Jupiter. In that case, long-term relationship, and the spouse will be very magnetic and very good in the sexual relationship. The wife and the husband will be very conservative and the religious approach in life, and will always be supportable. Now, what will happen if number 10 falls in your 7th house? Number 10 means Capricorn, and it means Capricorn means Saturn. If Saturn and the Capricorn is the Rashi falls in the zodiac signs in the 7th house, the spouse will be devoted, honest and good character, but sometimes blackish color or whitish fair color is oftenly seen when the Capricorn sign falls here. Now what will happen if number 11 goes here? In that case, if 11 comes here, means Aquarius. Again, the lord of Aquarius sign is Saturn. The spouse is dutiful, charitable, religious, color is whitish fair, and little bit a tall height spouse can give it to you. Now the last sign is 12. If number 12 fall here, means in the 7th house, means waterly sign. Again, mean the sign lord is Jupiter. In that case, the spouse is very emotional, religious, loving, affectionate, and the color of the spouse is again here fair. But if Jupiter is malefied, in that case by Rahu, Ketu and Saturn, the fair color will be faded and it might be whitish fair or sometimes blackish with the spots on the face. So these are the characteristics, all the things from the planets or from the zodiac signs I have discussed in the last 2 videos in English. So I will suggest you, apart from subscribe the channel, do not forget to press the bell notification. And if you need any consultancy, or you can consult by the description box, about us page, by our websites, or about our Android app. That's all for the day. Thank you so much.